Hi guys, my friends, my YouTube family, welcome back to Decoding Against Colorism. Unconcerned, I am Mara. Upon return of the Latin wife, Rosio, Rocabrera, alright, or however way you want to call her, you know, calling the husband monkey, saying she doesn't like black Americans, all kinds of stuff, right? So she's back in Kenya, and ironically, interestingly enough, before I talk about the name, mitoto. Anyways, yeah, those of you who know Spanish already know the pun of mitoto, but we are going to discuss it. But anyway, before I get to that, let's talk about Dee Mwango. Interestingly enough, Dee Mwango has decided to leave the week of Rosio's arrival. So she's somewhere else, and I want to make a video about Dee Mwango. I don't know. I know people do not like me making a video, but this boyfriend of hers, this Irish or Polish, whatever you want to call boyfriend of hers, there's a lot to say, all right, upon the subject of Jeffrey Dahmer. But nonetheless, Dee leaves, Rosio comes back, and there's question. My question is, is she even in London? I mean, with YouTube and technology, you can't even pretend like you were in somewhere when you are not, right? I'm like, well, she probably in Kenya hiding, you know, getting away from Myra, trying to figure out how she can leave. Should she leave by herself? Should she leave with the baby? Obviously, she can't leave with the baby, as far as Iammarwa is concerned, all that. But of course, you know, Iammarwa is completely aware of this journey, but she might be trying to find her way out. But anyway, mitoto, guys. Some time ago, you know that one about mitoto is, you know, it could be nice, you know, my everything, mitoto, you know, but then it wouldn't be Toto, it would be Toto, right? T-O-D-O, Toto. Tu eres mi todo, right? In the Spanish, but there are other meanings to it. So Iammarwa was telling Rosio that he heard that mitoto is a bad word. Well, I'm like, Iammarwa, you're supposed to have lived in Colombia for like, what, 5 years? And you should know better about their slang and their jokes and their puns and all that. And you are now married now for about, you've been with this woman since your 33rd birthday, the big party. That's almost 2 years now, right? You met her 2 years ago, actually, in Mexico, and you've been in Spanish countries and throughout your trips. How could you still not understand the puns of mitoto that you are all of a sudden bringing it up to Rosio like you didn't know? And of course, Rosio says, oh, we don't say these words. So Rosio lies to Iammarwa. Rosio lied. She said, oh, but it's a bad word in some languages, some African languages, but we don't speak these languages. Guys, you all know that Toto is a bad word in Spanish, meaning cunt. Well, I will only say cunt. I won't say the other one. Let me give you an analogy to really explain to you what mitoto stands for and why Rosio would use it, you know, as a symbol of possession. It's a fight, guys. Like, this baby came from my what? So I was on a bus many years ago, say around about 2018. I was in Broward County heading up north, and there was this lady. It was a black lady. I don't know what nationality she was, if she was African American or something else, but the woman was not very well. And I think she had a couple of kids, but nonetheless, she was traveling with a baby. I can't remember if she was traveling with another kid, but definitely she was traveling with a baby on the bus. And I was sitting on the seats that are like horizontal, and I think she was sitting on the parallel seats. And you know, there are only 2 parallel seats in the bus. That's at the front of the bus, and usually the people with handicap or some kind of disability go there. So a mother with a baby, that would be a primary seat for them. So this lady decides that she is going to change her baby's soiled diapers right in front of everybody. Poop in it. Yikes. So this lady goes, opens up her baby's private part. Was it a girl or a boy? I can't remember what sex the baby was. It may have been a boy. I can't remember though. And open up the baby's private parts, remove the poop. Everybody saw the poop, right? And now she boils it up. God knows where she's gonna put it on the bus, right? And somebody told her, like, you know, she shouldn't be changing the baby like that in public, you know. And then this woman like really goes off and saying that, don't you tell me what to do, at least I have a baby. You know how you would think, like, if you don't have any kids, you know, like, you would be afraid to talk to people with kids. Well, if you ever had fear to talk to her, you know, she just showed you every reason why you should not talk to her. She came out of my, well, you know where babies come from, you know, and that. And she kept on saying it over and over again, and that you have no right to tell me, you know, what to do with my baby, you know. So she went on and on and on, and I believe she got off the bus before me, thank God, you know. So she went with that soiled diaper because they were not gonna let her throw it anywhere in the bus. And she went off and on. But it was the idea of mitoto. She came from so Maisha, mitoto, came from her. So basically, it's a pretty bad word in Spanish. Horrible name. It's a, you know, I don't want to say that, even, you know, those of you who know, you know. So it's a pretty bad word, and it shows possession of the baby, who owns a baby, where the baby came from. That the baby did not come from any Toto of Iammarwa. The baby came from Rosio's Toto. But anyway, since we are using the word Toto, I guess I can use it. It's like today I heard this girl talking in Spanish, and she was saying something la mierda, and I'm like, how palabras sucias. Oh, that's not palabras sucias for me, okay? So that's not foul language for her. I'm like, how could you be talking in front of clients like this? This was in a place. I hate going there. They always force you to go in to get the receipt instead of the receipt coming out from the machine, and then you have to put up with the nonsense of their cashiers in there, or their clerks at that gas station. It's a Shell gas station in Miramar Parkway. I just can't stand the behaviors of the clerks. So I went in there already grunted that machine told me that, oh, see clerk for the receipt, and I'm like, I better get my receipt. So I went in for my receipt, and this girl was talking Spanish on the phone and saying something about mierda. I'm like, palabras sucias? Oh, that's not palabras sucias for me. Like, you know, I'm like, as if I didn't understand her Spanish, and so I translated in English, and then she just went on, and anyway I had to go. So so the same way they are using it as a joke, you know, as a little nickname, but as also a reminder to Iammarwa where the baby came from. Remember, we did not see the delivery of Maisha, but Iammarwa said that it was quite drama, that Rosio must have called him all kinds of names, and he couldn't take it anymore and walked away from the scene of her giving birth. And I guess she must have given birth very soon after he walked away, because she didn't have his presence, his attention to continue her drama. So the drama, part of the drama may have been, this baby is coming from mitoto, and therefore it's my baby, and I have power. So mitoto is a power trip of Rosio, and also the parents must have taken it as a little joke, you know, cute little joke, as they continue to refer to Maisha as mitoto. Hi. So this is the significance and what's going on. So regarding Mademoiselle Empress Dee Mwango missing in action at the arrival of Rosio, and my God, they are making a big deal out of the fact that so many cars went to pick up Rosio. Again, the power, I mean, people are bringing it up like as if Rosio is commanding power. So nonetheless, if we remember back, rewind how many years ago, 5 years ago, when Iammarwa had a different Caucasian Caucasian. That is that is Bo, okay, which is the Thailand. Was it from Thailand? I am so bad with remembering these things when I'm doing the videos. The girl from Thailand, I guess it was. For now, it'll be Thai. Alright, the Thai girlfriend. When she broke up with Iammarwa had a video where he's completely innocent. You know, taking up for himself that he doesn't know what he did to her. He never knows, I'm sure. Okay? And why this girl disappears, and the girl told him, I don't like your sister. And I think he read a letter that she sent to him. But anyway, I haven't gone back to those videos, especially now that they have been striking people's channels for going back and reminding their audience about those previous videos. So according to Iammarwa, okay, and by the way, they're the ones who had dared us to use their videos, because when he and Dee stood up talking badly about the first 3 actors, okay, that started out with him, you know, they were saying, oh, they don't have proof. So then they started showing them proof, and then they had a problem with the proof, and now Dee Mwango, the Empress, starts striking everybody, you know, for showing the truth. But anyways, he had claimed that Bo did not like Dee. Back about 4 or 5 years ago, he didn't say that. He said that Bo said that she didn't like the sister, and she had a problem with the sister. So apparently, I don't know if there was. And by the way, I don't know if anybody notices, Dee Mwango was a nobody. Even when she tried to get help from Miss Trudy, you know, they tried to use Miss Trudy, she was still struggling. Dee Mwango was a nobody until Bo. It was, go and look at the pattern. It was when she made those videos with Bo that she became somebody. So apparently, selfish Rocabrera is not helping Dee in the manner that Ro did, because Ro did not grow. Ro never was not so selfish and greedy for growth on YouTube channel. You see, Bo was, I guess, the girlfriend, and it was Iammarwa who was forcing her to get this YouTube channel in the first place. And then when she left him, she never really catered to the YouTube channel. So Dee Mwango was getting a lot of power by making content with Bo. So between that exchange, you know, there is of course the idea that Dee knows it is her brother, you know, that is making the money and supporting this girl. There could have been some bout regarding Bo and Dee Mwango's attitude towards Bo. So nonetheless, Dee Mwango disappears when Rosio comes. If we remember well, Rosio had inhibited Dee from going to the house about a year or 2 ago, right? When she went to the party in November, not last year, but the year before, 2023. Because everything happened in 2023, guys. Okay, so back in 2023, when Rosio went to the house of, let me see, did it happen in 2023? I have to figure out, because Maisha got conceived, I guess it could have been 2024, because Maisha was born this year, or last November. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, never mind. It did happen in 2023, because it takes 9 months incubation. Yeah, it happened in 2023. All right, so it took a while where the mother had to intervene to let Bo know that, not Bo, to let Rosio know that this is family, and all the family are entitled to go into that house. And so when Dee Mwango was there, you know, Bo was there. I'm sorry, now I'm stuck on Bo. Rosio was there, but Dee Mwango had a boyfriend, or a fake bought, purchased, rented boyfriend around, okay? so that she did not feel like isolated or did not feel belittled because of her singleness. But as soon as the boyfriend left, so did Rosio. And Rosio came back when Dee Mwango was no longer in town. But guess who else is in town? Is Jamaican uncle. And we know that Dee Mwango has been talking a lot about being young, being still in her 20s, and there seems to be a problem with Dee Mwango and Jamaican uncle. I don't know if Jamaican uncle made the move on Dee Mwango, so that Dee Mwango has to keep reminding him that she doesn't like older men. So there's another reason why Dee Mwango might be missing in action from that house, Villa Medellin, is because Jamaican uncle is around, and in addition, Rosio comes back, you know, in her absence. So apparently there's a lot of bad chemistry in that household right now for Dee Mwango, so she is conveniently missing in action. Anyway, that's a little bit deviating from the whole reason for this video. Was to explain mitoto, to answer Iammarwa's question that I am shocked he wouldn't know after spending so much time in Latin America, that mitoto is a bad word that, you know, Rosio has to explain it, and Rosio lies. I mean, how could Rosio not know mitoto is a bad word when she probably said it 100 times while giving birth to that baby, to let Iammarwa know that that baby is coming from her, I guess in the Bible, the godly way, from her rib, from her loins. Alright guys, thank you for watching Claudine 10 Against Colorism. Have a good, wonderful day. I love you guys. You are my family. Alright, and you guys keep me strong. Thanks again. Have a great one. Bye-bye.